What's good, superstars? Back with another VV video. You got Superstar Joe. You got Superstar Omi Daily Burn in the building. How's it going, Omi Daily Burn?
I'm doing good.
I'm not used to having someone on the defense for the last little bit, but thanks for coming on the channel. I'm sure a lot of the people here are very familiar with their content. I'm going to show them your Twitter page in just a second. But if you are new here, do not forget, become a superstar. Smash the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell notification. You're going to also want to subscribe to Omi Daily Burn because this is kind of a joint venture thing that we're going to be getting into over here. We're going to go through it a little bit, but I'm going to show off his Twitter. But make sure you subscribe to the YouTube as well because you're going to need to be on both for this little joint venture here. So I'm hoping that you guys go show some love over there. We also have the VIP program, $2.99 a month. Hit the join button underneath the video. Get a star next to your name, access to the draw spreadsheets, star in the universe at the end of every month, and first dibs on merch. Also, this little thing that we're doing here, we might have some VIP sections that we might build in. So we'll see what happens. You can also follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Discord in the description. We might be using that for some gating. We don't know yet. And also, there's a address if you want to send us something. Become a Superstar Hall of Famer. That's in the description as well. So how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Not bad. Here's his Twitter page. Make sure you go follow. He's putting out all the information. Like we just review the news. He's making the news and putting it up and searching for the details. So I mean, you've been on the channel before, but for those who maybe don't know about your content, why don't you go through it a little bit?
Yeah, I kind of try to go through IMX, going through the metadata. I'm going through a lot of the details behind the scenes with some information that the VV fam doesn't have. I mean, we don't have the information of like, how many Jurassic Park posters are redeemed or these Wakanda Forever posters are redeemed. So the ones that are unredeemed, it's kind of past expiration. So the supply of these collectibles are so much less than they really are, or at least revealed in the app. So they're much scarcer and rarer than what's made to believe. So I kind of go across the board. I'm kind of looking at a lot of things where a lot of the burns that should be done in the app and kind of seeing where these values can actually go up based on this information.
Yeah, and I mean, you've been able to obviously read the IMX data. It's something that's open for anybody to read, and I think that's one of the best parts about your channel is that you show people exactly how to do it. Like you'll pull up the wallets live, and you'll go through the wallet. You show the VV wallet, and then you kind of pull the data from the Mutascan, and then I learned so much from just watching those videos. So I think it's really cool, and people who are really invested into this project probably should learn how to do it. So I mean, by following some of these videos, or just even watching the video, seeing how he does it, how he searches up different things, you learn a lot. So really appreciate what you do for the community. And we know it's not FUD over here. You're just pointing out facts and things that might be a little bit not normal, which is kind of cool because I mean, we want transparency among everything. And I think you're helping to get to the bottom of a lot of things, and sometimes they might not be nefarious. It might just be certain things that were oversight.
Yeah, I mean, if I find it, I'm going to be putting it out there. I'm not going to be hiding something. So, yeah, you've kind of seen some of the stuff I put out already. So.
Yeah, today or yesterday, you put out a couple of videos. You did the a comparison of the Jurassic Park posters, and it was cool to see the disparity between the Italy and the Germany posters. So I'm not going to spoil it. Go check that video out. And also, he got true counts for the Wakanda Forever posters, which kind of blow your mind. I love the tagline, "What's more rare than a secret rare?" You guys got to go watch the videos. Go give them that watch time and subscribe over there for sure. So let's jump into the VV news. Not too much going on, so that's cool. We had a drop today. It was the Cars posters drop. I'm not the biggest fan. I've been clear about my stance on posters ever since James Bond airdrop. I'm shying away from the poster game for a little bit. Did you end up going for this one?
I did.
What'd you
like?
like?
I landed one of them. I think the one of the ultra rares. I think. Oh. I mean, I kind of got the drop and I left the app, and then that was the last time I was in the app earlier in the morning.
So there you go. So you still went for it. The picture frame, like on this one, is actually a little bit more unique than most of the posters that we've been seeing. They got like the kind of rugged industrial look. So, and some of them were pretty cool. It's not my thing, so I skipped over it. But it looks like a lot of people did well from what I was seeing on the Twitter feed.
Yeah, this is just so you know, this is concept art. This is not a poster.
Come on.
This is the concept. I don't know if this is actually visible anywhere else. So this is
Yeah.
concept art. So
I,
that could be why they kind of named it selectively like that to kind of, I guess, pointing that out.
I think it's to take away the vibe of the poster. They know people don't like posters. Okay, we're not going to give them posters. Let's give them some concept art.
Yeah.
I don't know. Not my thing. Anyway, speaking of not my thing, and a lot of people are going to roast me in the comments, but this Voltron drop, not my thing. We got this coming out. We got the Medium article. It is lions. I called them dogs yesterday because it looks like a dog. It is. That's what I'm going to say. No disrespect to Voltron, but I did end up going for the original drop. I landed the most rare. Like this is when that first drop came out, it was like still major hype on the app, and I was able to land. I think it was an ultra rare at the time was the rarest one on that drop. Turns out I should have held it and got the rest of them because then I would have got whitelisted for this. But we're gonna see. What do you think? Do you think the whitelist is gonna matter for this drop? Do you think it's gonna sell out?
Looking at the editions, I don't know if it'll sell out. I don't know if it has that kind of power with the Voltron. I'm not sure about the original one.
Yeah.
But you and me were kind of looking at the airdrop data, I guess. We're talking about earlier today where a lot of these are going to be pre-minted, and we're going to be, I guess, you kind of scroll down at the bottom and you kind of give you the details for it.
Yeah, right here.
What was it? Was it right there?
Yeah, so the offer. Oh, sorry, that's not it.
No, a little up.
Where does it say? It says utility somewhere. Yeah, I saw that earlier. It might be at the top.
Yeah,
here you go. There. So future set holders of the Voltron Legendary Defender Season 1. So if you have the whole set of the Voltron, the first set, and you had to have it through Wednesday, you're going to get a purchase reservation. So you're going to get the promo code in your email. This is similar to like that Mickey drop when you were able, if you landed the lamp where you got the promo code to get the Mickey in your email. Promo codes can only be used from drop time and will expire after 48 hours, one purchase per reservation. So, I mean, like you said, they pre-minted those Mickeys. They're pre-minting this. Obviously, I guess they know how many people hold that entire set. So they're covered for sure on that pre-mint. But at the same time, like we're looking at this, I think the price is right. I think 30 gems is a good price for what it is.
Yeah, it's going to be, what do we got? 5 of them, 12, 22. I think we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,000, I guess, in total.
Close to 5,000, like 4,500. Yeah, something like that. I just don't know if the IP makes it. But, I mean, this is pretty cool. They look like pretty beat up. They got some wear on them. At least this one does, the Secret Rare.
And this is a newer version. This is not the original Voltron, right?
No, exactly. Oh, and they got the guy sitting on him, eh? You see that?
Yeah.
I didn't notice that. So they got the guy standing up there.
The question is putting them all together. Obviously, the original set, you put them all together and you get utility here a year later. So I don't know.
It's backwards, yeah.
I don't know about this one, when a utility is going to happen with this, but
we'll see.
Putting them all together, you're going to get a whole new, different, Voltron, I guess. But
imagine, you think they'll do the utility where it was if you hold the whole first set, you get access to this, and now if you hold this whole set, you get something else as well. I don't see them doing that, but maybe.
The utility is that you get to purchase another one.
Yeah, there you go. You get to spend more money if you want.
But if people are going to have these redeemable codes for 48 hours, they don't redeem them, then those are going to be burned, and then the supply is going to be less. I don't think
they get burned, or do they get released into the public?
Burned. I mean, they're supposed to be burned.
They don't go to the public for minting?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, they're supposed to be burned, just like the Sorcerer's Apprentice. I did a video on that as well.
Yeah.
They were supposed to be burned. A 48-hour redemption code. That's what it says right there.
Yeah. Okay. So then after that, they're burnt. They don't get opened
well,
up
they
for
should,
the public.
But they haven't moved them out. That's the one thing.
Oh, even the Sorcerer one.
That's why I kind of do these videos. I'm like, hey, this is what it should be, but they're not doing it. I don't know if they just don't care, or they, it's just maybe they don't have time. There's a lot of things they're kind of backed up in. So who knows?
Yeah. Well, I guess they figure if no one's looking into it, but there are people looking into it, VV. So do what you guys say you're doing. Okay, so that's the VV Twitter. Our Twitter, obviously, I posted your video yesterday. I thought it was great. So again, go check out the Wakanda Forever poster video on Omi Daily Burn. This was cool. I saw Tim Allen tweet about him returning for Toy Story 5.
Well,
That means
that's pretty big.
my buzz is back. So it's not my buzz anymore. Now it's my buzz. Maybe we'll see that on Veve. They usually like to do things in line with some of the movies. So hopefully we get a classic buzz on Veve.
Yeah, more than likely we're gonna have a classic buzz because
Animated.
Mainly because of you. You're complaining about it. So
do I complain? Is that what I do? Am I known as a complainer?
not my buzz.
I started that. I don't care what anybody says. Here again, Crypto Cookie gave you a shout out. So this has been a really big day for you. Put out a couple of videos and you're getting a lot of recognition. So happy to see that. Hopefully you get a lot of stars in the comments. I tried to get people to flood you over there. We'll see what happens. Salsikesh bought a hat. I shipped it out, I think, 2 days ago, and look what happened. As it entered the mail, the Juju went there first. He got the Juju before the hat, and it's he got the ultra rare number 49. So that's wild on the posters today. Ed doing what Ed does, making 3D posts. Now, if you're gonna drop me a 3D poster, Veve, I might be interested, right? Like, look at what Ed's doing over here. Made me that laugh.
Now we need the other one.
Yeah, now I need to get what's that guy's name?
Nader.
Nate, yeah. So that'll be fun. I think that's a really popular one as well. Speaking of using the posters as backgrounds, we have Fro Ecomi, another Vault-aholic, put in the DeLorean. He's got the caravan in there. So you can do some fun things with these. I just prefer to let the people who are better at it do it than me.
They get more time, sometimes they get more time in their hands. They got, more creative juices,
Exactly. So Fro did this, and Ed said, "You know what? I'm going to take it one step further." Exact same thing. Throws Chucky in there because he knows Chucky's going to win the Veve 500. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. Then we have Frittern. Shout out to Frittern. He did a Cars showroom, so he's got obviously the Lightning McQueen, and then he ended up getting all of the posters in there. So if you wanted to see what they all look like in the showroom, full size on the wall. The quality is pretty good when they're blown up. So I'm glad to see when people actually love the IP. He talks about how he loves the movie, so that's why he went for this. And I could appreciate that. This is another cool thing. So I think Chris Severs actually pointed me out to this because he's everyone knows Chris on Twitter as the Mint Hunter. So he said, "Oh, you got to check this one out." So Mazer ended up finding out that the Avengers #4 was actually shipped out in July of 1963. I know that the comic says September, but I think that they figured out that it was delivered or something in July of 1963. So he ended up getting 1963-7. So pretty cool mint. And if you get a lot of people on these apps, you're going to start to get the mint hunters, and these guys are super prepared. I don't know if you collect mints. Do you collect any mints?
I try to, but by the time I get to it, they're all gone. But I'll tell you what, in these comics, that's how it always used to be. The date on there is always ahead. It was like a couple months ahead or a month ahead or something like that. I know back in the day, like especially with the F-15, the same thing. It was minted in June, not August, I think. But you go and look on the Marvel.com and it actually shows I think June. I think it shows June on Marvel.com. You can kind of check it out and see what it was.
Yeah, that's what he's saying here. So there was a release date and then there's a cover date. So it's kind of cool. I'm learning with you guys here. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so you guys seen the title of the video. Obviously, we're planning something big here. We're trying to, you guys all know Comics and Crypto. They've got their nice comic list structured. A lot of people go there, reference it. When I was new to Veve, I was looking for that type of stuff. Obviously, we have Veve Rank as well, which is Sleeping Comics' comic ranking. And ever since then, I've always been thinking, like, what about the collectibles? Like, what about, I don't know, like, I'm new here. There's people who've been here longer. What about the collectibles? And now I think me and you have come up with some kind of a system here. Obviously, it's not going to be easy to get it all together. We waited too long. So now there's so many collectibles. Veve's been dropping them like crazy. But what better guy to get involved here than the data scraper himself? Like Omi Daily Burn is able to go through this stuff way quicker than anybody I know, very efficiently. So I think together we can make this happen. And the other thing is we need you guys. So this is not going to be a Superstar Money rank. It's not going to be an Omi Daily Burn rank. It's going to be a community rank. So we want to make sure that as many people as possible have input into this ranking list for the collectibles. We're going to do the way we're planning on doing this, so this is just like announcement video. I'm going to show you guys the spreadsheet. We'll go through it a little bit, but we're planning to do live streams. So for each season, we're going to start to rank the seasons. Then we might have like mixing of, we'll have a live stream where we mix it, but you're going to need to be on both of the channels, because one day we'll do a video here on a live, and then we'll go jump on his stream and we'll do a live there, and we'll continue to add. So if you want to have your input on the original base rankings, you're going to want to be in those live streams. And if you miss it, it's cool, because at the end of all this, we're going to set a base list that comes from all of these videos with your input. We'll take into account comments as well. We'll talk about it. It's going to be a long, tedious process, but we're going to get through it. And then at the end of it, we might end up coming up with some kind of way to have user input automated through a website or something like that. We'll figure it out. It's a big task, maybe not. Maybe we'll just have to keep redoing the process or doing more and more live streams. But I think it's going to be a fun thing to do, and I think it'll be cool, because if you've hung around Veve this long, you've been invested, you've seen all the stories. A lot of these collectibles have their own stories. They have different aspects. So I'm going to get into the spreadsheet, but what do you think? Like, what do you think it's a good idea? I mean, for someone new coming into the app?
Yeah, I mean, kind of see what, especially with Sleeping Comics, with his ranking list, what is it, S, ABC, something like that, secret rare or stuff like that. But the collectibles, I mean, there's really nothing. All we have is like seasons, and then you kind of see is like, okay, then you look at prices and such like that. So there's got to be something somewhere. You kind of rank all these collectibles, because people don't know, what's the biggest IP. They might not know something here or there, so kind of give them some information a little bit better.
Yeah. So think about, like, if you're new on this app and you didn't know any of these stories. Like, obviously there was issues when Electra dropped. People were unhappy with the way that one looked. Like, we're gonna have a notes section in this thing that says not well received by the community, and that might affect its rank, right? Because just based off of how it looks. Or Toby was used for gem transfer. Like, there's going to be these types of details in this list. So, like, I can't wait to share this with you. So I'm going to pull it up now. Obviously not completed, nowhere close. Just going to quickly go through it, and then want to hear back from you, maybe what you think we should add, what we should take away. And we'll take that into account. And then when we throw our first live stream, we're just going to go through it. It's going to be a grind. That's why we did that live stream the other day, where I tried it with the price prediction. I just wanted to see how many of you guys would stick around for a grueling process, and you guys seem to like it. So I say, you know what? We talked on the side there, and we say, you know what? It looks like it worked. Let's just get it done. And I think it's going to be a fun time. And obviously, when Rob's back, he'll be a part of them as well. And whoever else, maybe there's other people who want to join us on those live streams and give some input. I think it'll be fun. So let us pull up the spreadsheet, guys. You don't have any clue how crazy this is, but it's a lot. It looks like a lot more than it is.
Look at those colors.
We got Superstar Money colors. It's called the Superstar ranks. I don't even want to tell you when the sheet was started, but anyways, congratulations, you found our ranking system for all Veve collectibles. This spreadsheet is not financial advice, strictly our opinion only, blah, blah, blah. It's going to change. It's going to say community opinion. This is still got to be updated, but 6 ranking tiers I want to do, A to F. It's like you're in school. You get an A, you get a B, you get a C, you fail. So if it's a failing collectible, it's going to be in the F tier. Then A being top tier, F being the lowest tier. In addition, to help our list, numerical values were added to the rank. So for example, if you're in tier B, you can be a B1 or a B4. B1 is a higher than a B4. So you're going to have ranks within the ranks. It's just like, we want this to be a reference. And then if you're deciding between 2 collectibles, you don't know which one you want to buy. You go to the list. This is community driven. You go to the list. Okay, I'm looking at this one and this one. Oh, but this one has FE tag, or this one has, like, the Batman first season has error FE tags. You're going to see that. I put a little bit together already, so I'll show you. But we're also, on top of having them ranked, because you might have a couple B1s, you might have a couple B2s. Now, what's the tiebreaker? You're going to have, what better rank than stars? So we're going to have stars in there as well to split up the ranks further. So there's like 3 layers here of ranks, and these are going to be the things that we get your input on when we're ranking it. So then we also have sub tabs, which will help you to understand the collectible. We're going to have the brand, the rarity, if it has a tag. We're going to say the season that it's released. So obviously season 1s might have a little bit more pull than seasons 2s if they're a equal level, right? Then community sentiment. This is something that you're not going to see many places. We have a really good gauge for community sentiment. We've been here since around November of 2021. So that's where we're going to need the OGs to come in and give us some advice on some of the earlier collectibles. What was the sentiment around that? Like, we want to know all that stuff. I don't know when you came in. I think you came in before us. Oh, you're muted.
Sorry, I was kind of taking a look at the app in September and October of 2021.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So a little bit before us. But look, historic, current desirability. So FUD, FOMO, not applicable. So like these are the types of things we want to get into. Future potential. Is it drivable? Could it be gamified? That's basically the speculation that we can add in. MCP points. We could do that too. Like maybe that's something we want to add in. MCP implications. If it's a set of one, like that might be important for that collectible. It might complete a set. Is it the rarest one from a set? Like that might be important too. It might. They were doing this thing where they gave, like, if you look at, I think it was Pixar Pals, they put Edna as the rarest one, but a lot of people might have more sentiment towards Woody, right? But yeah. Edna's that set breaker. So you gotta weigh that in when it comes to collectibles. It's not just about the collectible. So that's why we feel like this list is definitely necessary. Unique trait. So for example, I got here FE out of respect. That was when they said the first season of Batman's, they're going to keep them all FE, even though Todd is the FA. They wanted FE only to be for items or whatever, right? So a little bit different here. If there's an error, if it's animated, we're going to put that in there as well.
Yeah.
So then this is the other thing. This is all original rules, or we can mix this up. But once a collectible has been ranked, it will not be re-ranked unless Veve makes changes or adds utility or changes the item. It may only be surpassed only by a new collectible into the app. Any changes will be noted on the bottom of the spreadsheet. So this is for initial ranking. So once we set this up, because we can't have things moving around the whole time as we're setting it up. Once it's set up, then we'll figure out a way to have rankings be adjusted based off of the community, because obviously we're going to get new people in. More people are going to weigh things differently. So hopefully we can figure it out and we'll find a sweet spot. But I think for now, this is a good start. So let me hide these and show you guys a little bit of a peek in the spreadsheet.
I got one thing to add on to that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Does it have a skeleton?
Oh, that's good too. Like, so do we know that though?
Well, yeah, like a lot of these collectibles, you kind of zoom in on them, they have teeth and skulls and everything like that, because they kind of said we're future-proofing them, because if they had a skeleton, you're able to animate them.
That's true.
Some of them have a skeleton, but they don't move.
That's true. And then there's the one like the Deadpool duck. I think it has like a chip in its head. Like, what's that about? But obviously, I think it's a lot of speculation. But I think we have to include as much information as possible on this list. Yep. So let us show quickly what we got here. So this is your tier. So for example, say this is all made up. This is not going to be what it is, but we're going to put Batman Todd in a B tier for whatever reason. And he's going to be like a B3. All right. So he's a B3. And then we got, let's say Rizzo is also a B3. So they're ranked the same. You're deciding, do I want to buy a Todd? Do I want to buy a Rizzo? But then we have the superstar star ranking. And we're going to say that Todd is a 3 and Rizzo is a 2-star. So then you're going to come in here, and this is going to be community driven, remember. So you're going to compare, okay, maybe I want to get the Todd that has more stars, but let's say that they were the same. So you're still not decided. You got to scroll through, you check the tag. Oh, Todd is FA and Rizzo's a FE. Interesting. Okay, what season? They're both season 1. Community sentiment, they're both high. Then we can look up like these things that we haven't filled in yet. This is stuff we want to do with you guys, but future potential MCP points. Here you see that Rizzo has an error. He has the FE tag error. And then we might have another row about skeleton, like you mentioned. Maybe Rizzo has a skeleton. Maybe Todd doesn't. We don't know. We got to zoom into that collectible. I don't think they do. I do. Obviously, the early stuff they mentioned wasn't built in the way to gamify. That was from the greatest AMA of all time. When we asked Reese that question, if you guys recall, we were trying to get out of him, are the Mighties going to be gamified? And we learned very quickly that MCP was seeming to be Veve's first form of gamification, and it would take a lot to gamify things from the past. So that was a great point by adding the skeleton. And this is why we need you guys in here, because you guys are going to give us more ideas, what to add, what to take away. So I just hope you guys get excited about this, because this is something I've been excited for a long time. I'm very happy to have Omi Dillyburn helping out with it, because he can help me do the Excel as well and the Google Sheet a lot quicker. He's very handy that way. And it's I want to help grow his channel, and I hope that this helps grow our channel. I think it's something to just get circulating around the community. I want people to have a place to go and reference, and I don't want it to be based off my thoughts or his thoughts or anybody's individual thoughts. I want it to be like polls and all this stuff that we do, and it's going to take forever, but I think it's going to be worth it in the end, because if it takes that long, you know that it's something that nobody can easily duplicate, right?
Yeah, except they copy paste, right?
Hey, this is not an NFT, okay? So NFT can control whatever, copy paste.
No, this will be good. It's going to take us a while to kind of put. I was kind of thinking about the same thing. That's why I was thinking about the skeleton, because I've been thinking about something similar as far as like all these details with this. We're talking about metadata beyond Veve's metadata, so that's what I was kind of thinking for a while, and then I got my own plans I'm working on too. So.
There you go. So definitely make sure you're subscribed over there on the Omi Daily Burn channel. He's going to keep bringing out great stuff. And like you said, this is going to have some invaluable stuff that we get from conversations with the rest of you guys. And then maybe, like I said, maybe we'll have to figure out something for the VIP members and get them a little bit extra access, or maybe they can get an extra time with us to help do the rankings. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I think it's going to be fun, and I cannot wait to get it started. So hopefully maybe we get one in this week. But I think we're going to break it down by season, right? Because that might be the easiest way.
Yeah, we're gonna start out with season 1, and we'll go from there. We'll learn from there, and then we'll kind of move on to season 2.
Yeah, if it's too much, we might have to do half a season at a time. We'll figure it out.
That's a lot of details.
Yeah, so like I said, let us know, guys, what you think. Make sure you go subscribe to Omi Daily Burn. Follow him on Twitter as well, same name. And go watch his videos. Play him on your background. Leave him on your computer. Go to sleep. Give him the watch time. Let's get him there. Let's get him to the thresholds that he needs for his channel. And that way he'll keep bringing out more and more content for us. And it's always great content when you get one of his videos popping up with that bell notification on. All right.
Yeah, you gotta have that bell.
Exactly. And if you haven't already, become a superstar. Smash the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell notification so you know when we go live for these ranking videos. If you want to be inputting into those ranking videos, we'll try to give you a heads up in the videos, but it might be a spur of the moment. We might be busy, and then one day be like, yo, I want to do it. Throw it up and go from there. So we both got families. We both got lives. But it is what it is. So make sure you got the bell on, and also bell on over there, because he's going to be doing some of the streams on his. We're going to alternate. Also, $2.99 a month. Join the VIP. We might get some extra access for this. Don't know yet. But, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Omi Daily Burn, for coming on the channel. And we'll see you in the next one. I love you. Bye.